The steeped bags look very similar to Chamberlain's, and it started to seem really fishy. Steeped coffee is significantly cheaper. In fact, if you buy the 30 pack, it's actually a full $21 cheaper. Emma Chamberlain has taken a stab at entrepreneurship. She's making these tea bag-like coffee bags, and I bought them. Not only that, I did some research on the business, and I actually found a lot of interesting stuff about this business. I'm kind of surprised at what I found, and I'm gonna share that with you all in this video while I review her coffee. I have not tried this yet. Let's do it. Yeah, it's good. Throughout my research, I found myself asking, is Emma just trying to diversify her revenue and have some sort of positive impact with this coffee company? Or is she a money-hungry capitalist whose greed has driven her to violate another company's patent on her path to a coffee empire? I'm gonna be making more videos like this, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. I make entertaining videos for young entrepreneurs. Your boy does not have a Visco, E-Boy, cold brew mason jar, but I do have a cold brew pitcher that is actually meant for cold brew coffee. I broke that out. I put 3 stashes of Emma Chamberlain coffee in and hoped that that was good. And it's been 48 hours later because I couldn't film the video yesterday. So it's a 48-hour cold brew, great. And that's what we have here. And like I said, I wasn't joking. It's pretty good. All right, let's get to the research. So the first thing I do when I research companies, usually if they're e-commerce companies, I will go to an app that I have installed on my Chrome called SimilarWeb. It gives you the monthly web traffic for any given website. And usually if it's a shop, if it's like a Shopify store, in this case, Emma Chamberlain's is, you can just apply a 1 or 2 or 3% conversion rate depending on what you think they're doing, and conversion means how many people come to the site actually purchase. You can just assign that and you can start to ballpark some of the money that they're making. But because Emma Chamberlain's coffee is so new, SimilarWeb does not have sufficient data, so that was useless. So instead, what I did was I went to Google Trends and I compared Chamberlain coffee in search to Phil's. And what I found was she basically has the same search volume. They're right there with each other. In fact, Chamberlain coffee is beating Phil's in recent days. But unfortunately, that doesn't really give me much to go on either. But what I did next was super interesting. It took me a couple of shots, but I got this. I took the address that the coffee came from. You can see that here, 5522 Venice Boulevard, LA. Sorry if I'm DDoSing someone, but that is the address that was the return address that my coffee packets actually came from. So I did a quick Google search of that address and did the street view, and this is so funny. I just zoomed in on, on the building, and right there on the front door, we have this thing called volcanic red. Okay, so then I Google searched volcanic red and it autofilled to volcanic red coffee. So I was like, okay, here we go. We got something. This is either a supplier or a manufacturer or a roastery or something. I'm not sure, but I think it's a supplier. And then I went to Emma Chamberlain's website and found this picture of her where I believe she is at volcanic red. Look at all the red in the background. The name of this file was named Emma Tasting #1. So I think she went to Volcanic Red to taste their roasting. I think they are the supplier. But otherwise, Volcanic Red is just a kind of a cool indie roastery coffee supplier. Like, their social was pretty minimal, to be honest. They just seem to be pretty passionate about what they do. It makes sense that Emma would seek a company out like that. So next, I looked into to see if there were other companies that make coffee bags, not coffee bags like the big pound that you buy, but coffee bags like tea bags. And I found an article in this blog called Daily Coffee News, and it was talking about this company called Steeped Coffee, and that they were from Santa Cruz, and that they had patented this process of steeping coffee in bags. And I found that really interesting. I looked at everything about Steeped and I found that their packaging is very similar. The Steeped bags look very similar to Chamberlain's, and it started to seem really fishy. So now I'm just wondering how this all fits together. Are they working together, or did Emma just rip them off completely? But before we get to that, let's compare pricing. Chamberlain Coffee charges, or I should say, Emma charges $10 for a 5-pack, which is very minimal in terms of both the price. It's a very entry-level price, and not that much coffee either. I'm guessing that this is the most popular. I think that people need to try this thing out. That's what I did. I didn't want more than 5 packs anyway, and $10 was easy. Got that expendable income. But just generally doing some of the math here, that's sort of a fishy amount because you can't really, if you count all the packaging that's involved, the shipping is $2 to $3. I can tell you that for sure. Just my own experience shipping. All this packaging, all the labor that went into this, and then the coffee itself, the coffee bags within. I'm just telling you, that one's probably a break-even price at best. They may even be losing money at the $10 range, but once you bump it up, it's more expensive. So each steeped bag is $2 per bag, and that pricing goes up linearly on Chamberlain Coffee, meaning it's $2 per bag, whether you buy the $20 or the $30 purchase. And if you compare to steeped coffee's prices, steeped coffee is significantly cheaper. In fact, if you buy the 30-pack, it's actually a full $21 cheaper. $60 versus $39. Sort of last nail in the coffin here for me figuring out what's going on is that on Steeped website for steeped coffee, they have this become a partner section where they are asking people if they want to become a Steeped licensed partner. And we're assuming that's what Emma did. So the question is she paying some sort of royalties to Steeped, or is she just doing this on her own and just copying Steeped? But I just found on the package, it says, packed by Steeped, patent pending. So I guess I could have just looked at the package. In any event, there's more stuff we can glean just from looking at what Steeped does right now. White labeling a product is perfectly fine. It happens all the time. And Emma has chosen to white label a coffee company's product. And that is okay because she has the reach, she has the footprint way beyond what Steeped has. And if you look at the Google Trends to compare Chamberlain Coffee versus Steeped Coffee, Chamberlain Coffee has been around for like a month and it's already crushing Steeped Coffee in terms of search. And for the future of Chamberlain Coffee, we can basically look at the products that Steeped has and just assume that majority of these Emma will ramp up and bring on board, which means they have 5 different roasts. This is the medium roast. We can expect more roasts coming from Emma. We can also expect something that Steeped has as well, a subscription service. That will be coming also. I'm making bets here. The future of Chamberlain Coffee is subscription. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my coffee. The one thing that should be on Chamberlain Coffee website today, day one, that she missed. This was a big miss. She does not have gift cards. You should have had gift cards on from day one. Numero uno rule of the new e-com site. Gift cards are super important and money is just being left on the floor. Emma, you're not watching this, but if you did, add gift cards immediately. Money is just being left on the floor.
Hey everyone, T from several weeks later. I realized during the editing process that I never really circled back on Volcanic Red. Short of it is that I think Volcanic Red is the one fulfilling the orders. So I think Steeped is actually generating the product and packaging everything and then shipping it in bulk to Volcanic Red. And Volcanic Red is fulfilling the orders, which is why the return address on my package would be volcanic red. Who actually knows how the operation is? That's just a guess. But what I found actually, now that it's several weeks later, is that SimilarWeb has data on Chamberlain Coffee, which we can glean some information from. So I'm looking at this now. It is Chamberlain Coffee is receiving 190,000 visitors a month in the past month. And 54% of that is bouncing, which means that traffic went to the site, viewed one page, and then left, did not click onto a second page, which if you're going to buy something from a website means you can't do that with just one page typically, unless I guess if you're going directly to the product page. No, but you still have to go to the checkout after that, and then there's the page after that confirms your order. So anything that's a bounce rate does not count. So over half of the 190,000 visitors definitely are not buying. What I would typically estimate is somewhere between 1% and 3% convert into a purchase. Just some quick back of the napkin math. If 1% is converting and spending $10 on the lowest, the cheapest item here, at the bottom, it would land about 20,000 in earnings over the past month. My guess is it's more than that. That is the absolute minimum. My guess is that Chamberlain Coffee's in the first month or so of business is generating somewhere between $20,000 and $50,000 in revenue, which is cool. I think that's a great start, and I definitely suspect, since Emma hasn't promoted the coffee too much on her channel since then, that she's got a long plan here. So I think that this is not a quick fix. I think that she's interested in creating a long, sustainable business, and that first month of earnings is better than most people will have when they start a business. So hats off to you, Emma.
If you want to support Emma Chamberlain in her amazing journey, buy her coffee. I'm going to keep using my mocha pot as I described. I'm a fan of it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more research videos like this. And that's it. Bye.